Many have asked how they can assist with the search. At this time, we are not asking for volunteers to assist. What we are asking is for residents to continue to share photos of Summer and information from credible sources. We know you have a lot of questions about the search area and the process. For that reason, Sheriff Lawson has arranged for Captain Tim Coop to elaborate on those efforts. He's with the Churchill Rescue Squad and is serving as the Incident Commander of Ground Search Operations. Tim?
Thank you, Leslie. As Leslie elaborated, I wish we could have better news than we do now. From notification of Miss Summer going missing, we have implemented several methods of search and rescue, with most of these that we continue to do. We've utilized ground crews of 80 to 100 people of trained professionals, aerial aviation search, both visual and FLIR, medical THB and TBI assisting us with fixed wing, multiple drones, and 4 different canine units. The day that she went missing, we searched from the time of notification until dark. We searched all day yesterday, resumed this morning, continue on throughout the rest of our operational period, utilizing multiple ground crews, drones, fixed wing, and also helicopter with canines on standby. Some of the issues we're encountering with this search is the steep and dangerous terrain. With this steep and dangerous terrain, we're also experiencing, as you see behind us, very dense canopy coverage, including very dense ground cover, causing search efforts to become very difficult, taking extra time to cover these areas adequately, exhausting teams a lot quicker, in turn causing longer for these grounds to be covered, allowing those teams for recovery and rehab. We have currently covered at this time at 1 mile from the residents last seen by ground and dog. Hopefully by the end of the day we will have covered 2 ground miles, assisting with THP, expanding theirs to a minimum of 4 miles aerial aviation searching. As she stated, residents in this area, everybody continues to ask, well, if she wandered off, why did somebody not see her? This part of the community, the residents are very spread out. Some being from one hilltop to the other hilltop, or at the start of a road, and you may go a mile back before you ever get to another residence. It's making that very difficult for residents just to be able to be at home, outside working or something, and notice her leaving that area. As we continue, we will continually assist Hawkins County Sheriff's Department, TBI, and FBI with this search as long as they deem necessary. And as Leslie stated, at this time we are not asking for any public and or volunteers to assist in the search. A lot of people wonder why. Due to the extreme terrain, the nature of this, trying to locate her, trained professionals is what we need at this time to make sure that these residents don't become endangered and turn around and expand this issue with having to search for somebody else. Thank you.
Anybody have another question? Okay.
I had a question. We've heard about issues with communications between search teams regarding lack of cell coverage as well as the radios. Can you elaborate on that? What those issues have been and how they've impacted the search?
Well, Captain, he can relate to that as far as law enforcement. We can't hardly communicate at all on our radios, and cell phones are out of the question, but thanks to AT&T and Verizon, he can tell you about that. They've been a big help to us. Go ahead.
Elaborate on that real quick. AT&T and Verizon both have bought cell phone service boosters to our command post to help try to utilize cell phone coverage, which is still very spotty for most of the area. Radio communication between ground crews and also aerial aviation has been very difficult due to the state that our radio system's in at this time. For ground crew operations, we were having to utilize anywhere from 4 to 6 different radio channels to make sure we have the coverage where everybody's accounted for.
Real quick, when you said that the search area you covered was about a mile, did you mean a square mile or a radius around the residence?
That is going to be a radius from around the residence from the last point of her household. Thank you, Sheriff. As both of them have stated, we will continue to search for Summer Wells until we locate Summer Wells. As of June 21st, 2021, search and rescue efforts for missing 5-year-old Summer Wells will continue throughout the day and also the night. At this point, we have utilized 72 agencies from Tennessee, Ohio, Virginia, Alabama, Georgia, and North Carolina assisting in these search efforts. Numerous specialized search and rescue groups and canine teams have been represented from these multiple different agencies. To date, we have estimated approximately 2,400 acres have been searched since Tuesday night when she was reported missing. The rugged mountainous terrain continues to cause problems and slow the search operations at times. The search will continue Tuesday morning into Wednesday morning. An updated release will be issued as new information becomes available. And as stated before, if anyone has any information on the disappearance of Summer Wells, please contact Hawkins County Sheriff's Department and our 1-800-TBA fine. Thank you.
How is the changing weather impacting your search?
Sure, that's a great question. Captain Coop, can you explain?
So the projected forecast here for the next 24 to 48 hours will change our approach. It will not change our aggressive approach. The only thing that this will change, it will change maybe what terrain we approach at this time. Due to the severe thunderstorms, we can't put our teams in danger to turn around and maximize the situation. We are monitoring weather 24 hours a day, 7 days a week with live weather updates. We are also utilizing the National Weather Service, who calls us on a routine basis. If there's any type of weather that is approaching our immediate area, they have been more than helpful with notifying us in a very timely manner to allow us to know to where we can plan on how we're going to approach these areas.
So what can this committee do? I know the radio's an issue. We cannot do nothing to the radios until something comes in front of us to approve for the radio.
Absolutely.
So as this committee, is it anything we can do that to help help things out, or?
I may be wrong, but I don't think my TCA code anyone can put a resolution except for commission. I might be wrong with that, but I think that's correct. I don't think anyone can introduce a resolution other than commissioners, if I'm not mistaken. But
Nobody's probably to introduce.
Are you willing to support a DMR resolution?
If you give me better numbers than what you're giving me so far, I mean, you come here and tell me 600 radios, I mean, I'm not doing that, because you're going to have to show me why you need 600 radios.
I mean, I don't, it depends on how far you want to scale this out. I'm willing to assist you with a resolution if that's all we're needing for you to present.
Well, I mean, let me say this while you're up there. Like when I
don't want this area held up just by not having a resolution.
No, it's not held by resolution, but if my understanding is right, county commission was advised, pretty much told to step out. It was not our problem, not our job to deal with radio. I mean, and I may be wrong when I say that, maybe I am. But I mean,
that's not been said on your by agency. You're the funding body for the county.
Yes, sir, we are, and the money is there. I mean, we were told that finding a radio, finding this and finding that was not up to us to do any of this. We are nothing but a funding body, like you said, and going off what Commissioner Morrell said, that we get and I personally don't get two shits of who gets one and who don't. I mean, it says about the little girl missing, but I mean, like being said, that it's not up to this body, this commission. We don't know what's going on. We don't know radios. I've spoken this 100 times. We don't know radios, and we're waiting on somebody to tell us get this, get that. We were told a long time ago that, you know what, we don't have anything to do with this. And I've said that, and we also know that we could have stuck everything back like it was before. We could have put everything back like it was before, which wasn't ideal. It wasn't the best solution in the world, but we had no complaints ever coming to this county commission about anything being wrong with the radio systems at all until everything was put down and everything went wrong. After everything went wrong, all we had to do was fix the problem we had in hand, and then let's look at something else we could do. We could have done that a long time ago, and we wouldn't be doing this right now. We would at least have the system fixed. And if I'm wrong, please, somebody else that knows about radios, tell me. I mean, because that's all we had to do, and fix the problem in hand for whatever that. We never had a problem spending $10,000, $20,000, $100,000. We were okay to fix whatever, and let's get y'all back in safety. That's all we want to do is put you guys back in safety, and put everybody in safety, and everybody be able to communicate with whoever. But just as Commissioner Harrell said, and I'm the first to admit, I got a mouth. I don't care what I say, And bottom line is, we're waiting. We're waiting on somebody to say, and the grant money's out there. We can't push anybody along and say, do this faster, this faster. But if there was a better solution, if we could have put things back like they were to start with, and we could have all been okay, which was, like I said, we had no complaints, no problems with anything then. If we had it, nobody was telling this body that we had it. If we could have done that, and we wouldn't be in the situation we're in right now, then we should have done that, as we have said 10,000 times. I know me personally, I have said that numerous times. That's what we should have done. But I didn't say let's stop there. We need to find the best system coming and going, but you don't leave something broken until you figure out what to do. You can fix it. You put a Band-Aid on anything. At least a Band-Aid's better than nothing. A Band-Aid, fixing something that's broken, at least patching it up is better than not doing anything at all. We should have done that a long time ago. We shouldn't be dealing with this stuff right now. We should have already fixed it. We should have already had everything done, and we should be moving forward to find a better solution than what we had. Because obviously the solution we had before wasn't the best, but it was a whole lot better than what we got right now.
That was done through this committee too.
Yes, it was.
Mr. Jesse made the motion, I seconded it, if I remember.
Yes, and then we got told it wasn't our job. It wasn't up to us to do this. After we got told that, it wasn't up to us to keep our noses out of that. It wasn't up to us. So, bottom line is, and that's not even defendable. I'm sorry, it's not. It wasn't you. It wasn't anybody in person. It wasn't you. I'm just saying, we could have done it to start with, and we made these motions, and nothing happened. The radio systems are not on us. Money is on us. We made the motion to do it, and we were at a style. It just stalled out. Nobody done anything. Even though the motions were made by this body who keep getting blamed for that. The main problem is the little girl is missing. The little girl's missing at 100%. I don't want to take away from that. Don't want to take away from that at all. But I, for one, am sick and tired of us getting blamed for something we got told to wait. To wait. You guys need to be safe. That is our main priority. I don't know half you guys, but I love all you guys, and I want all you guys to be safe. But when we're told, you guys need to stay out of it. You guys need to just keep your mouth shut, stay out of it. We'll take care of it. We approve. Like Mr. Commissioner Thacker just said, we got shut down. We got shut down. Now we're waiting on new systems to get done. Again, one more time, and I'm going to shut up about it. We should have fixed it back like it was to start with, and then moved on and processed and done something better. Not stopped, done something better.
That was the motion that was made.
Yes, sir. By this county commission, the motion was made.
1 year ago.
Huh?
1 year ago.
1 year ago. So it is not us. We're waiting on the authorities that have power to be, that have the control to build better radios and do stuff that know what they're doing, because we don't. We're waiting on those people to tell us something else to do.
And that's not saying for you to go out and just throw a bunch of numbers together and come back here and tell us what a resolution. You're going to have to show us what you need and why you're needing.
I promise you, my phone rings daily about the communications issues in this county.
I'm sure we should.
I promise you, the only thing holding me back is funding.
Well, I can promise you that y'all were given what you did on the numbers. You were given what you were due to Mr. Miller to do and put it back like it was to start with, so we can move on to something better. But that wasn't done. I don't know whether that was vindictive toward one person, other person. We didn't want this agency, didn't want that agency. Bottom line is, you were told and you were given the authority to fix it back, and nobody did. Don't shake your head at me. Tell me you weren't.
I don't think a resolution was approved. It
sure was. It sure was.
I was under $435,000.
And you were in here when it was
That
approved.
resolution was approved pending grant.
No, we approved and fixed it back like it was until we could find something better.
Back on $30,000.
Yes.
To put it back like it was until we could come up with a better solution.
We had we had figures given to us by the company, I forget, AMK, whatever it was, to tell us what to fix. Oh, we even gave y'all more money when it needed to be done. So let's turn around and let's figure out now. Let's quit being daggone he said, she said, and everything else, because it's not up to us. Let's fix the damn radios. Let's do what's got to be done, man. I mean, let's just put them back like they was, if nothing else, and let's move on and let's do something better now that we can keep going. But don't, the finger pointing there got to stop, man.
I've never been told as
was the EMA director of this county, and I had $425,000 or $430,000 to use freely. I was told to obtain a grant to offset that cost.
Nobody said anything about $425,000. I'm talking about we could have fixed it back like it was with less than 30 grand, and then we could have moved forward to find something better. When it was like it was before, nobody sitting out here can tell us that before, when it was like it was, that it was bad. If it was bad before that, nobody told us. Nobody told us anything until the radio systems with AMK went down. Whether AMK is good or not, I don't know. But I know that we didn't hear anything when it was AMK. I'm not saying AMK is the best solution. Not at all. I don't know no radios. All I know is when it was AMK, we didn't hear anything, and we gave permission. If somebody needs permission from us, as far as I'm concerned, if your boy's life's in danger, you don't need permission to do anything. If the money's sitting there and we told y'all you can go ahead and fix this back like it was, fix it back like it was. And then let's spend $500,000 if we knew to something better. But at least we were back where we needed to be when we got no complaints at all.
The order for the initial analog has been placed, and it was placed as soon as that state approval came. You can research the grants if you want to. You're lucky to have got one.
Again, I understand that. Problem
That's
being,
what I was asked to do.
it's not true. I'm not blaming on you. I'm not blaming you at all. I'm just speaking out loud. Anybody wants to hear it, anybody's conscience it lays on, it's on them. Because we spoke, we said fix it back like it was. Let's fix it back like it was, and then let's continue and find something better. Let's continue and find something better. I mean, just like anybody does with something, you know what, like I said, you may have to put a Band-Aid on something. It may not be the best solution, but if it works, then it works for the time being. That Band-Aid sooner or later is going to wear out. Yes, we know that. But we gave y'all the okay to do the Band-Aid to fix it, and nobody done it. Nobody done it. But
The archive audio's out there reported on.
That was to send those radios, get them fixed. Put
fix
them
it.
back in
Don't
place.
walk off and say, never spell you got something to say. I mean, seriously, let's talk about it.
I don't have the facts from every one of those meetings, nor do
I know, sir. I know you're, sir. You're right. I don't.
We can pull that archive audio.
I don't need to pull it up because I can tell you where everybody was sitting when it was said. We know who made it. We know who gave it okay. We know who voted for what. All I'm saying is,
I'm willing to sit down with the archive audio.
then wire it up. Get on the computer because you got one just like I do. Because I ain't going to sit here and do it because I know what was said. Bottom line.
I know.
But that being said, I know for a fact that we approved to fix it back. We approved to fix it back, at least where we had nobody complaining to us. Again, I'm sorry if you think I'm coming down on you, but I'm not. I think you do a fabulous job like all you guys do. But I think that there's more politics involved in half this crap and more daggone, I don't want this person doing this work. I don't want this company doing this job for me. I don't want this agency in here. I think there's more of that involved. And that comes back on county commission that we didn't do anything. And it's not county commission that didn't do anything. We approved it. Right there, the rest of us. There's only 2 or 3 new members on this board. 4 of us is all it takes. We approved it, man. I mean, we could have done something about this a long time ago. Now, again, if the AMK devices were awful and they were bad, then nobody in first responders, EMS, rescue squad, sheriff's department, nobody in any of those agencies ever came and told any of us or said a word about it.
We didn't know about it until January, which it took place in November, even a month.
2 months later before we found out about it, yeah. So, I mean, it's not ideally, and like I said again, I'm not coming down on you, Johnny. I think you do a good job what you're doing, man. I don't know how to do your job, so I applaud you doing your job, because I don't know how to do it, man.
The communication system failed just before Christmas, I know, because
I don't know.
what he said.
I don't know what to say. I'm just saying, the bottom line is, we keep getting a bunch of, whatever. We got a kid missing. And people would rather say, well, you know what, if the county commission approved this, then we wouldn't have this problem. We obviously didn't have this problem before. Over a year ago, we approved a fix like it was before, but nobody done anything. Again, whoever has a beef with whoever else, and whoever don't want to fix something because they don't want a certain company working for whoever, don't know. I don't care. I personally don't care. It's about the fact that we did our job. We did what the people of Hawkins County elected us to do. We are in a stalemate right now. We're waiting, and we're not waiting on county commission. We're waiting on somebody else to tell us, here's what you got to do now. Let's do it. We approved it before. Let's do it now. Obviously, the Band-Aid wasn't going to work because we didn't put it on. So,
We're just waiting, man. Like you said, we're waiting on stuff. It's not your fault. It's not anybody's fault. But we're waiting. We're waiting.
These agencies have presented their weaknesses that they had during this. Obviously, there's gonna be cost involved with fixing that, whether that's digital or tacking. Obviously, that'll have to be put in the form of a resolution, and presented by a county commissioner to the commission for approval for that. If that's the route the commission decides to go. We don't choose the radio system, for the amount of money funded for it. Like I say, the whole fact of going to digital is there's no funding right now allocated.
Yeah, we're still back to the fact that the system was working okay before, and we gave approval to fix the system like it was, because it was okay before, and it did not get done because somebody else had, somebody else didn't like somebody. Who knows? I don't know. I don't care. But we still gave approval to do all that, and still nothing happened because we got told to wait. We got told to wait. And I guess to me, the reason it aggravates me so bad is because I was chairman for that year that I got told to wait. I mean, I actually got made look stupid pretty much that one meeting. Even though we got told to wait, even though we said let's do it. Okay, we said let's do this, man. Let's get this fixed like it was before. Like it was before doesn't mean we have to stop right there. Doesn't mean we can't find anything else. Like I said 10,000 times right now already. I don't need you to go back to me. I'm not being rude. I'm sorry. I don't need you to tell me what's going on right now. We're trying to figure out. You know what? We did our job. We did what we were here to do. You guys have done your jobs of being out there searching for this little girl, man, and you've done an excellent job doing it. I mean, I've seen the cook man on the news.
Somebody did not send those radios, get them fixed, put them back in place like we approved.
Like we approved, and we all know where those radios are sitting at.
I personally was not given authorization to do that.
That's fine that you weren't, and I understand. I'd cover my butt too. But I mean, that had nothing to do with you. I'm just saying, it was given, we gave authority to do that, whether it be you or whoever. I don't take it's not on you.
Yeah.
It's not on y'all know who it's on. I'm not saying by his name.
No, I don't either.
But we gave the approval. That's all we can do. We can't pick up radios and say, okay, such and such, come in here and fix this for us. We can't do that. We don't have the authority to do that. We have the authority to tell you or whoever else powers to be that this needs to be done this way. We're going to give you the money to fix this, and let's find something else to do better than that afterwards. We got the authority to do that, and that's what we've done. That's all we've done. Not putting it on you, not pointing fingers, because, we get nothing pointed at us, man. We got some big shoulders, and it always takes back. But if you point a finger back, man, you got a daggone problem, because people want to argue, want to fuss, and everything else. We've done our job. We've done our job. And we've done the best we can do at our job to get radio speaks back like they were. We are waiting, but we're not waiting on county commission. We're not waiting on you. I know that. We talked about it. You talked about it. We're not waiting on you, but we're waiting. But we're not waiting on this body. Go ahead, Mr. Judge.
One of the things that we did was we approved the $400,000 because that's what we were told that it took to get the system back to where it was prior to January.
That is correct. Pending that
There was no pending.
it was asked that we try to obtain grant money for that. Just like building a house, in order to get a loan, you can't start construction first. The same thing with grants. If you have started a project and apply for a grant, the need is no longer there.
But when we was talking, there was no mention of the grant. They said that it took around $400,000 to get the system back up exactly like it was. That's what we voted on.